Okay, so you know when you're like 6 and it's like Friday night and you go to bed, but you wake up to the smell of popcorn and the sound of your mom cackling hysterically because she's watching Cheers. Maybe you've had a similar experience, and you go down and you know convince them to let you stay up for a couple more minutes and have a little popcorn, and you're watching the show, and you know they say something and your parents burst out in laughter, and as a 6-year-old you just like didn't even register that anything funny happened and don't see why they're laughing, and you don't get it. Along the same lines, hearing this song on the radio when I was younger, I thought it was the most like devotional love song. But now when I listen to it and I'm older, of course, I see it for its wonderful silliness. And if you listen to the songs, most of the songs I write, you'll know that that's unfortunately right up my alley. But we're doing Happy Together by the Turtles today, and not because it's by the Turtles, but one, to add another song to the Guilty Pleasure Fun Songs playlist, and 2, recall from yesterday, if you watched the Infallible Pearl Jam video, the progression was F sharp minor, E, right, D, C sharp, and then to cue your memory listening brain there. Yeah, of course the guitar was detuned, so it was really F minor, not F sharp minor, but for Happy Together, we're going to play F sharp minor, E, D, C sharp, with no imagine me and you, I do. And notice how I'm like just pressing when I strum to give it that staccato short thing, and that's why I'm bothering to play D up here, because you have more control over it. You can play D here if you want, but then you kind of have to dual, purpose your right hand to both strum and stop at the same time. So whichever way you want to do it, F sharp minor, 2 4 4, E, E. D, whichever way you want to play it, root 5 major bar chord, 5 7 7 7, and C sharp. There's no way around it, and there's going to be a C sharp minor later, so even if we capoed, we'd still have to play B minor. There's no way around playing a bar chord in this song because there's a key change. But in order to avoid C sharp major, if you hate it, you can play your B7 shape. Check it out: A string 2nd fret, D string 1st fret, right? G2 baby E2, that's B7. If you move it up 2 frets, it becomes C sharp 7, which is a totally acceptable replacement for C sharp regular, because they're both major chords, but you have to be mindful to mute the B string. We don't want the B string ringing out. Actually, we totally can have it ringing out, because it's the same note as the G string 4th fret there. But you can do it that way too. Alright, one more time on the verse. This is half the song. Yeah, so then after the verse, here's the other reason why this song is super ultra cool. In F sharp minor, right? Like we discussed with Infallible. But then we hit that C sharp major, and then the chorus is F sharp major. And C sharp becomes minor. So F sharp major, same as F sharp minor, but add your middle finger on G3. C sharp minor, they've switched roles. Super cool. A4, DG6, B5, bar, and then back to F sharp major, and then A. And you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue. Back into the verse. And the only different thing that happens is at the very end. So happy together, ooh, 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 ooh. It's F sharp minor there. C sharp major, F sharp minor. Such good use of trumpets and backing vocals. If you go watch any of the music videos, I think there's 2 or 3 of the Turtles playing Happy Together. course, not really playing Happy Together, because when they were on talk shows, they didn't even plug their instruments in, or so they're pretending to play the song, but there's that guy with what can only be described as like a big poofy lollipop on a stick, like dancing around. He's got the curly hair and the trumpet that he's not really playing. Yeah, so that's the outro. C sharp major, F sharp minor, and that ba 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 is right out of your F sharp minor pentatonic. Look. So that's how you kind of know if you can't tell that the F sharp is minor. And then to add one final last piece of genius to this song, it ends on F sharp major. So there it is. It's in two different keys, F sharp minor and F sharp major, and it just switches without any sort of preparation or warning whatsoever. But that's how you play Happy Together by the Turtles, one of my favorite songs ever written. Happens to be the same progression as Infallible, which is, this is one of these little tricks that you use to remember a lot of songs, is lots of songs have at least part of or one part's the same of, but progressions repeat. And this is a big, long one, so you could imagine that for shorter ones, well, it's not that big and long. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it's a regular sized one. It's 4 chords. So it happens is the point. You can kind of categorize the songs as, oh yeah, that one's Happy Together for Infallible. Anyways, and then, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you so much for being here. Thanks for obliging my choice, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.